Today we're talking about the luxury real estate market here in Rochester, because if you're considering buying a home, stop. There's some critical things that you absolutely need to know. You see, with a lot of our clients reaching out to us from YouTube and other markets, they assume that Rochester's real estate market operates the exact same way as where they're from. Dallas, Seattle, even Miami, but that couldn't be further from the truth. So let's talk about a few things. Number one, why are some $1 million homes sitting on the market for over 200 days? Number two, what are some pitfalls about Rochester that you absolutely have to know? And number three, what's the one mistake that could cost you over 6 figures in problems no one talks about? By the end of this video, you're going to understand everything from specific neighborhoods trends, luxury real estate market taxes, resale challenges, and insider strategies that no one tells you that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars on buying a home. Let's dive in. You see, just recently we had a client that reached out to us from California. They had about a $600,000, $700,000 budget, and to them that was kind of a small amount. They called us saying, hey, listen, we just sold our property over in Orange County, and we've got about $600,000 in actual liquid cash to buy something. Is that enough? Now, they did some research on Zillow, and they were looking at specific subsets of neighborhoods and specific areas as well. But when you think about Rochester, you're probably thinking about the $200,000, $300,000 range kind of being the end-all be-all. But when I tell you that that's not true, people are shocked. You're thinking about buying a luxury home in Rochester. At first glance, it seems unbeatable. The price point, magnificent. The location is spectacular, and the home design, gleam. From a value standpoint, $1 million here is going to get you something that's $5 million or even $6 million in New York City or Boston. Absolutely gorgeous historic properties with characters that you'll never find anywhere else. Local Rochester prestige from places like Pittsford, Brighton, and even East Avenue. Again, one of the biggest caveats, especially as our clients are actively looking at the $1 million price range, is a few things. Number one, oftentimes the resale value of these homes, you're going to have to be here a few years to actually appreciate that and have that working for your benefits. Property taxes, when you combine federal, state, and school on top of everything else, can get up to the $20,000, $30,000, even $40,000 range. And on top of that, some of these luxury homes, because they're so historic, they have outdated irrigation systems that simply don't operate, that you're gonna have to associate a cost with for. You see, because one big thing is just a quarter mile in Rochester could be the difference between $1 million and a $700,000 house. Some areas, specifically due to lining and schoolings, some are going to be costing more than the other, simply due to the fact that they get access to this place compared to that place. And again, there's 2 different tiers of luxury homes. The first one is luxury on top of luxury. The East Avenue Historic District, the Prestige Pittsford Homes, and this has 3 main areas. Number 1 is the East Avenue Historic District, timeless prestige, strong resale value. Pittsford Village, school districts that's premium, walkable factor that's going into it as well. And then third is Brighton's Embassy Drive area, modern luxury and stable value. The second thing in the second tier of luxury is luxury, but not as a luxury. Portions of Rondequoit Bay waterfront properties with stunning views, but seasonal appeal. Newer luxury developments that are beautiful homes, but with locational, but obviously location's going to play a part in that as well. And in some areas with Webster and the Webster lakefront property. These are beautiful properties too, but here's the thing, Webster, because it's so far away, that's going to affect a little bit of the resale value. Here's the thing that most agents won't tell you. Our weather and our seasonality is going to affect specific luxury decorum. And here's what I mean. You see, one of the big things about Rochester is we have all 4 seasons. Now, we finally have a nice day here. Thank God. But one of the caveats to this is access to, let's take, for example, maybe boats, right? You're going to have that 2-3 months out of the year. Compare that to maybe a place like Miami, Tampa, or even California, that isn't going to hold the same prestige or this luxury in coordination with the market is absolutely critical. And most agents, they don't even mention this at all. And here's the other caveat that most people simply do not understand. What do you think is the number 1 mistake that most first-time home buyers make in Rochester? Taxes. What do you think is the number 1 mistake that most luxury home buyers make in Rochester? Taxes. Here's the thing, taxes here are no joke. We had a client of ours that was looking at $1.2 million price range in Pittsford. It was actually going to be our team's best sale for the month. We looked at it, we did all the numbers, we crunched everything. He was going to get a mortgage. When we look at the property taxes, I almost threw my hat away. It was over $25,000 in just property taxes, meaning that he was going to pay over $2,000 every single month just to live in that house. Now, we can talk about the United States government and how this is affecting that and everything else in bureaucracy. But when we're just talking about real estate and you got to pay almost $3,000 in property taxes, yeah, there were some other options that we looked at. Now, obviously, the luxury market is going to be affluenced with the specific areas because luxury itself is a class, right? When people are looking at the luxurious, the beautiful homes, they want an ambiance that's associated with that from individuals that want that same ambiance. So that's why homes in Pittsburgh, even if the Pittsburgh taxes are a little bit higher, some people are okay with compared to having the same opportunity in places like Gates or Chilide because there's just a different vibe associated with it. And there's three major locations when you have to think about taxes. Number one is Pittsburgh. Some homes, the taxes can get up to $30,000, $40,000, so be careful about that dependent on price point. Number two is Brighton. It's a little bit lower in terms of tier with taxation compared to Pittsburgh, but it's still pretty high up. At the same time, you're not going to get the same amenities. Think about Brighton as the younger brother of Pittsburgh. It has everything that Pittsburgh has, it's just not as good. Comparatively, we've also got the city of Rochester. Now, some luxury homes do exist in the city of Rochester and their taxes are pretty low, but once they get reassessed, we don't know where that's going to be. And here's the thing about luxury homes. Our clients are reaching out to us from YouTube every single week to actually figure out what home is best for them. And as much as we love making this video, we love the opportunity to actually help you on this home buying journey. We work with clients from all different price ranges. And if you're interested in potentially finding a home in Pittsburgh or Brighton or anywhere else in Rochester, all of our information is linked down below. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We'd love the opportunity to actually help you on this move to Rochester, New York. Listen, there's also a hidden thing that most people simply ignore. I'm gonna put my hat on backwards just so you can see it. I know I'm having a terrible hair day. I'm trying to grow it out, but my dad doesn't want me to, which I think, you know what he's doing? He doesn't want me to get curls. That's the thing. But here's the hidden thing that people don't talk about. And it's the fact that schools are going to play a massive role in taxation rates. The better the school, the more taxes are going to be associated with that neighborhood and that area. And there are some luxury homes that are currently on the market that I know from the inside scoop that, well, they simply couldn't afford it and they got to get rid of it. Hey, when you're buying a house, especially of that caliber, make sure your finances are in order. If you want to talk to our loan partner, you've got the best in the business, give us a call, shoot us a text, we'll connect you guys. But you want to make sure that you have the numbers in order, man. Like that's important. So what kind of homes actually exist? Well, it's kind of dichotomous here in Rochester. We have luxury from the standpoint of history and also luxury from the standpoint of modern amenities and modernness with the home. See, it's definitely a trend that we're noticing. A lot of the coastal clients that are reaching out to us from places, again, like Seattle, Miami, Gulf Shores and such, well, they want something a little bit more modern. But people that are living maybe in the Midwestern areas and even parts of Texas, well, they want something a little bit more historic and old school. Rochester has both those things, but not without a cost associated with it. Break both these things down. What do you have to know about the historic aspect of it? Well, you've got 1920s East Avenue mansions, agricultural details that you cannot reproduce. Pittsburgh's historic estates as well, prestige and character, but maintaining those, well, let's be honest, it costs a staggering amount. You've got the third ward luxury department, luxury area, what you want to call it. It's walkable, and I think that's the biggest separating factor compared to a lot of these other locations. There's another catch with the new construction aspect of it as well. There's three major things that you have to know. Number one, new construction homes in places like Webster and Pittsburgh, they're not going to be actually established until the next few years. Resale homes go up in property value almost every year. New construction homes take at least 3 to 4 years to actually get back up there in terms of appreciation. There's no greenery. Those areas, well, they're going to undergo change. And obviously, as we know, that change in the area, that morphing, that is when most of the properties actually start to diminish in value just a little bit. Second thing is if you make a new build home and you make it way too custom yourself, well, what if other people don't like it? You see, one of the reasons that when we're selling a home, we actually like to open up everything is because we want people to actually get a vibe and a feel and a frequency of that home. If you make something too custom without expectations of living there for the rest of your life, people might like it, people might not. And the third one, there was I think a $3 million home in downtown. Amenities don't really match the price point, at least not in my opinion. Here's the uncomfortable truth about the Rochester luxury real estate market. While medium price point homes can actually get up in appreciation 5 to 7%, the real estate luxury market, homes above the $800,000 price range, well, they're going to be a little bit slower, only appreciating about 1 to 3%. Now, the price point and the appreciation value, it's probably going to be the same, but the rate isn't going to be the same. And the ultra luxury, the $1.5 million to $2 million price ranges, it's completely dependent on the people that can buy it. You're actually looking at these areas, I know how you're thinking about it. Oh, it's something that associates with you from maybe a frequency perspective. People that are looking at these areas aren't necessarily just looking at the price point, but the amenities and actually what's coming with the area. That's a lot more important than the price. Second group is corporate relocation. Big, massive companies, especially as they start hiring in parts of Clay, New York, you're going to look at Rochester as a resting ground as well. In the C-suite roles or the higher echelon of job price points, well, they're going to look at places like Pittsburgh, like Brighton to actually call home. And the other thing that we found out when our clients were reaching out to us about these areas is, well, the climate. You see, we had someone actually reach out for above $1 million, and when we talked to them about everything that's happening, one of the biggest concerns that they had was, hey, again, even if I do buy this home with the boating area, I'm barely going to be able to use it. And that was a genuine concern that a lot of people are having, and a predicament that we're seeing a lot of people get into. So when you are thinking about buying a luxury home, make sure that you have areas that, number one, can appreciate for the longevity aspect of it with schooling and also with, well, family. And honestly, I'll give you the cold, hard truth. Rochester's luxury homes are purely a lifestyle purchase and not an investment. If you don't have the money to buy it, I wouldn't. So what's the smart way to actually approach these buyings? Because am I telling you not to buy it at all? Of course not. I'm literally a realtor. That's how I get paid. There's some things that you absolutely have to know in association to make sure that you're making the best financial decision for you. If lifestyle is the priority, buy the location first and the house second. Consider doing some luxury renovation to mid-tiered homes in amazing neighborhoods. And understand the full cost of home ownership outside of just the mortgage. If you're looking to buy this from maybe an investment standpoint, newer luxuries in established areas outperform historic mansions. Waterfront properties require careful due diligence on erosion and maintenance. Consider luxury townhouses in walkable areas. Well, they've seen the most growth. What's the bottom line? Well, the bottom line is luxury homes in Rochester, they require some nuances with them. They require understanding exactly what the area can entail and ultimately how to make sure that you can find the best property for you and your family. There's taxes, there's schooling, there's weather, and so much more associated with it that you absolutely have to know. That sounds like you and you're interested in buying these homes in Rochester. Again, all of our information is linked down below. Let's just schedule a call and figure out exactly what's best for you. Now, obviously, if you're thinking about buying a house in Rochester, you have to know everything. This was kind of a negative video in a way, but when I first came to Rochester, I loved it, and I still do. So I'm going to give you my 30 reasons why I love living in Rochester, and I'm going to put that video right here. Watch it, and I'll see you soon. Peace.